Om Tyageshwaram Ramakrishnam Sharadam Matrurupinim Vivekanandam Acharyam Natva Vakshami Shuddhaya. So we have been discussing this, a group of sadhanas, disciplines that Narada Maharshi had prescribed for a person who wishes to cross over Maya. So Kastarati Mayam, that's how we started that topic. 4-5 sutras, he gives a list. This crossing over Maya is same as realizing God or attaining to Parabhakti. Maya is this present experience of ours. And after prescribing various disciplines, he says, Satarati, Saloka Astarayate. Such a person will cross over Maya, and not only that, he or she others cross over Maya. So that also he says. The last but one line was important. Kevalam avichinnam anuragam labhate. Person who practices these disciplines will experience or get labhate. This kevala avichinna anuraga. Kevala means simple, pure. Avichinna is unbroken, uninterrupted. Anuragam is love for God. So all the disciplines that are mentioned, they are meant for attainment of this pure, uninterrupted love of God. That is the important point to note. So whatever disciplines that Narada is going to prescribe or has prescribed in these sutras, or whatever disciplines we perform in our life, spiritual disciplines, they should tend or they should lead to this love of God. That is the purpose of these disciplines. They are not just for following the disciplines, but these should lead to increasing our love for God. Then we saw there were a lot of disciplines, and some of them are psychological or mental. But the root of all these is Sangha. Ya Sangam Tyajati, that's how it started. One who gives up Sangha. The Sangha is our mental engagement with objects or persons or situations. It could be attraction, repulsion, hatred, jealousy, whatever. But this our mental engagement, mental harping with the world, that is what is. When the Sangha is there, then there will be Mamatva, Paratva also will be there. Narada mentions Nirmamo Bhavati. That is, a person should give up Mamatva. But when Sangha is there, Mamatva will be there, and Paratva also will be there. Person whom we like will say he is mine. Whom we do not like will say he is para, he is different than me, not in my circle, so to say. So Mamatva, Paratva will be there. Yoga Kshama will be there. We want to get what we like and what we don't have. And what we like, what we have, we want to protect. So Yoga Kshama will be there. Karma Phala, desire for Karma Phala will be there. We want to work and get something that we want. Lokabandha will be there. There is desire to experience or enjoy pleasures of the other world. So all that will be there. When the Sangha is there, that Sangha is the root. And we saw this Dhyayato Vishayan Pusaha Sangasteshu Pajayate. Sangha doesn't suddenly get established in our heart. We nurture it almost by Vishaya Dhyana, by meditating on the sense objects. Meditating on sense objects that attract us or that repel us or that we are jealous of, but we meditate, we think about it again and again and again. This thinking leads to some kind of consolidation that is called Sangha, and that again through this thinking becomes Kama or Krodha or Isha, whatever you call it. So this Vishaya thinking about the world, its people, its situations, whatever, that's what leads to all these. And that's the weakest link because we have control over it. It's difficult to fight Kamana, that is Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha. When Sangha turns into Kama, a very concrete desire, It's difficult to fight. But this Vishaya Dhyana, it's still in a very nascent stage. It's in initial stages. That is where we can actually attack it. We stop that chain of repeated thinking about the sense objects or the situations, the people, whatever it is. Then we can avoid this further chain. And then the whole lot, if we are not careful, then the whole lot comes. Sangha comes, then yoga, kshema, karma, phala, everything comes. Lokabandha, all will come. All will follow. So if we want to give up all these, we have to give up Sangha. And if we have to give up Sangha, we have to break this chain of Vishaya Dhyana, continuous thinking about the world and in terms of Raga Dvesha. That was the one point. Most of it is psychological, mental. The physical, yo vivikta sthanam sevate, yo karma tyajati, like that. We can even add yo vedanapi sanyasyati. All these are physical. First was seva, says serving of holy persons. So it's a great seva is a great spiritual discipline. It makes us humble, and it generates in our mind that capacity to receive the truth, to receive and retain and practice spiritual discipline. So a special quality is generated in our mind when we undertake service, seva. We may not get Mahanubhavas always to serve. So even service of other fellow human beings or others in a spirit of service of God is also seva. So we serve God in human beings. That is also Mahanubhava seva. We are serving the God Himself. So this seva, it is an important spiritual discipline. Of course, psychological angle is always there, but body is also involved. So also Vivikta Sthana Sevanam, taking recourse to a secluded place. Secluded place, taking recourse is, it can be done two ways. One is every day we seclude ourselves and spend some time in going through what we did in last 24 hours. It's very important that every day we spend some time, so to say, reviewing the last 24 hours. How our mind acted in certain situations, and even how we can also know why certain people behaved in certain manner, whether we were at fault. So all this analysis can happen. And then how do we plan for the next 24 hours? So this is very important. This seclusion, everyday seclusion is very important to keep us on track. That is to keep us on track, to remind ourselves of what is the goal of our life, what is the way, and how we are making that practical, how we are making our spiritual life practical. So all that can be thought about deeply in the everyday seclusion, so to say. So Vivikta Sthanam Sevate is important discipline. And of course, Guru Maharaj says, go to Nirjanavasa once in a way for a longer period, few days and all that. So that's also good. We can see how much we have progressed, whether we can live without work and without our worldly engagements, without people. Vivikta Sthana Sevana, taking recourse to seclusion, are prescribed by Narada. Third was Vedanapi Sanyasyati, Narada says. Vedanapi Sanyasyati one may find